Previously on Dolphin Cove.
Welcome to Oz, mate.
I want you to teach both species a new language.
My ma's a tutor for a girl who can't speak. You her sister?
I think Katie's ready to go back to school.
A visit couldn't hurt.
As a student.
We will use the father's expertise and the dolphin's intelligence to help us raise the symbol of the nation from the ocean floor.
Aren't you supposed to use kangaroo tendons or something?
Well, the best thing white fellas brought to this country, other than their own women, was copper wire.
You're making spears. What am I making?
Woomera.
What's a woomera?
Woomera. Rocket launcher.
Rocket launcher.
Mama in Cartway. You want to learn about bush tucker, or you want to sit around chewing cabbages all day?
What was that you just called me? Mama.
Mamany, Cartwara. Mamany is mad. Cartwara mean up here, look. Silly fella. Now get back into it.
Mama.
Not now. Would you please stop that?
Good morning, Michael.
You seen Didge? He's gonna get an electrician, put a wall plug in here.
Walt, PowerPoints.
Yeah, PowerPoint. There'll be a PowerPoint, all right. One of these dolphins splashes water when somebody's walking by here barefoot.
All right, I'll get Didge onto it as soon as he gets back. Michael, did you happen to bring a dinner jacket?
Dinner jacket?
All right, I'll get you fitted out with one. I'm giving a little garden party. I'm having some friends fly in. I'd love you to join them.
I'm hardly the party animal type. Slim, knock it off.
Have you heard of Lisa Ruddock?
What, the TV interviewer?
Yeah, she's down here doing a piece on the Prime Minister. She's syndicated right around the world, Michael. Articles in Time, Newsweek, Science Today, National Geographic.
She'll be at the party, and you want her to do a piece on the project.
Well, she doesn't know that yet, but yes. And since she is in the country, and given the opportunity to talk to the Professor Larson...
Screwdriver.
Oh, screwdriver. Yeah, right. And, see the dolphins?
Baron, I get umpteen details to finish up. I mean, I hardly have time to talk to Slim and Delbert, let alone
Michael, I really would appreciate it if you'd make the time. Someone of Lisa Ruddick's caliber could really give this project teeth.
I am way off from publishing anything conclusive. All right. If she agrees to keep it general.
Thank you, Michael.
Woomera. Rocket launcher. Here. I like that.
Okay. Like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
Good. This time, just flick it. Like a shot. Tennis shot.
Tennis shot. I can't get it in.
No, in like that.
All right.
Woomera. Rocket launcher.
Okay. In there. Mumming?
And a bit more.
Well, put on my account.
You bet.
So why can't we come?
Because after 10 minutes of it, you'd be chewing the furniture with boredom. Why don't you just go to the amusement park with Katie and Allison?
Whoopee.
I wish I was going to the amusement park, not putting on long trousers in this heat, jacket.
Yeah, it's the first big party in Australia, and I have to warm the bench.
David, you can't come, and that's that.
Look, I didn't even say I wanted to come. I just asked why I couldn't. I'm gonna be busy teaching Kevin how to launch rockets.
Teaching Kevin how... David! Okay. Thanks.
Nagy? Prince Nagel, I'd like you to meet our Professor Michael Lusk.
How do you do? I've heard so much about you.
The Prince and I were once partners in a racehorse, which, through a series of mishaps, was transformed from New Zealand's top yearling to the world's most expensive cat food.
Talk about your interspecies communication.
Baron, spare me the details.
Lisa.
Thanks. Barry.
Lisa. Lisa, my lord. So how was your flight down?
Well, we laid over 2 days in Tahiti, and now the network wants me to go to Canberra on Monday to interview the Prime Minister and his wife.
Well, we have one rule here, don't we, Michael? And that is that you leave all your worries at the gates. This is the most remarkably peaceful spot. Even the dolphins can sense it. I'm sorry. Lisa Ruddick, Professor Michael Lusk.
Hello.
How do you do?
This is a man I've been wanting to corner at a party for 5 years.
Oh, just think we both had to go halfway around the world to find a corner.
Such a bold move. 11,000 miles with your children to live in a swamp with this mountebank?
Michael, Lisa never travels anywhere without the camera bag, so later perhaps you could take her down the pool for some stills.
Well, would that be possible? Are the dolphins here?
Oh, the dolphins never miss a party, and they've been coming here since the dawn of time.
Well, could the dawn of time be summarized before Monday?
Does that mean you're going to stay the weekend?
I think it might be a wonderful idea. Why don't you two gentlemen show me Xanadu? Professor?
Aren't they magnificent? They're the friendliest of creatures. You know, they're always wanting to show off.
Professor, how do you know when the dolphins are going to make an appearance?
Well, when I want them to want them to come. Come here, I'll show you.
Like that?
That, want to give it a try?
Okay.
No. Here.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't have the right touch.
Don't take it personally. They did the same thing to me the first time.
Really?
Miss Reddick?
Oh, dears, thank you.
There they are, over there.
Oh, aren't they adorable?
Very.
Michael, when you get him to come a bit closer, no one can get a decent shot from here.
Get them to do a trick, Professor. They're going away.
Do they do somersaults?
Well, in the wild, they do it for the sheer fun of it, but I make a point of not asking them to do tricks on command here. They're retired from show business.
Show me the inside, Professor.
Sure, why not?
I've heard that dolphins never sleep. Is that accurate?
Well, I like him, Belle. He'll be a great asset to the project.
Let me tell you something, Maggie. 20 years ago, I didn't have a glass for us.
The whole chicken?
Dolphins.
Yeah.
David. Hi. David, Katie. Wants to meet a friend of Mr. Trent's, Lisa Ruddick.
Hello, David.
Hi.
And Katie, I hear you're quite the young skin diver. When I was your age, I'd never even seen the ocean, much less been beneath it.
Allison Mitchell, Katie's therapist, tutor.
How do you do?
Hello.
And her son, Kevin.
Miss Ruddick's staying the weekend to do an article on your dad.
No.
Meanwhile, Allison, looks like these two could use a shower.
Yes. Come on, kids. We're tracking sand all over Mr. Trent's carpet. Nice to meet you, Miss Ruddick.
And you?
See you later.
You beautiful children.
Thank you.
Allison was looking lovely, too, don't you think, Michael?
Yeah.
Isn't that the Lisa Ruddick who used to be on the Today Show?
I don't know. Never let us watch TV.
Lisa Ruddick. She's the Sheila that broke the big Pentagon scandal in '83. Not bad on the old optic nerve, eh?
Yes, she's very pretty.
Meow.
It's just that she doesn't look like the type to do a story on dolphins. Do you know what I mean?
Spiders are very interesting creatures.
What are you talking about?
Little bird told me something. When you see a swallow flying low over the ground, it's looking for spiders who are trying to escape a watery grave.
Meaning what?
Big storm brewing.
Didge? Didge? Is this too close to the window? We can always move it further out.
Oh, no, it's great. I hate artificial light. What kind of electricity are you on? Oh, thanks. I hope it's not DC.
Oh, no. We moved into the 20th century last Christmas. We're on full AC power now.
Really? Well, power surges play havoc with a word processor. One glitch can zap. There's no air thinner than the air in which all my files vanish. There's a glitch.
You do all your work on a computer?
Well, when I'm on the road, this is my entire office and research files. I couldn't write a brownie recipe without it.
Well, we only get power failures whenever there's an electrical storm, and Didge always gives us plenty of warning whenever Thor's planning to throw his hammer. Yeah, over here. Excuse me. What else do you need?
Plenty of black coffee. Oh, and I'm planning on taking a lot of stills, so if there's a photo lab handy...
Yeah, well, you see, Didge always handles things like that. I don't know where he is this morning. Didge!
Oh, you ready to meet Slim and Delbert?
Up close and in person?
Yeah, why not?
Lead on.
Sure you want to go through this?
No, but it's part of the job.
You heard that? That's it. Right back. Come on. I don't like the idea myself. Wasn't my idea. She's really a lovely lady. Come on, just... Just make a couple of sweets. Let her pat you in the tail. No big deal. Just give her the old one-eyed flip away. What's the matter with you guys? Look, what's wrong with you? She just wants to be friends, all right? Sorry. I don't know what's wrong with us guys. What is it? What's the matter?
I don't know. I don't think they like me.
Delbert and Slim? That's crazy. They like everybody.
Can we go back to the house?
Sure.
Boomerang.
What's a boomerang?
Boomerang. It's a rocket launcher.
Don't you mean boomerang?
Mom and Katra, look. You want to learn about hunting kangaroos, or you want to sit around blowing out verbal coleslaw? Come on. Come on. Put that little baby in there. No. Fingers out like that. There you go. Yes. Give it away. How'd you do that?
I just did what you told me.
Come on. Better go.
How well do you know Prince Nagel?
Met him at the party.
So you wouldn't know if the Coffee Bean Plantation is actually a subsidiary to the Trent CCA
No,
Holdings?
you'd have to ask Baron Trent. I don't get into the business end of things.
Ah, you write the theorems, he writes the checks.
Something like that.
What is that sound?
That is a didgeridoo.
A didgeridoo?
Aboriginal instrument.
Oh.
Allison's getting Katie in a new course of therapy, and music relaxes.
Sounds interesting. Can I watch?
No.
Well, you allow ditch. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's an occupational hazard. You know, my prying nature and... So, what you're saying is that the Trent Nagel Group is the principal protagonist in the project.
I'd say the Dolphins are the main protagonists.
Of course.
Hey, what's this?
T.C. Fields. He was a convict potter. Look like collectors pay good money for this stuff.
Antique litter.
Finished paying off your dad yet?
Yeah, I'm even.
What about the windscreen?
I'm ruined.
Holroyd. H-O-L-R-O-Y-D.
Y.D. Or I.D. I'll look it up.
Oh, would you? Thank you. I'm kind of a stickler for detail. Like yourself, I suppose. So what's your agenda for actually commencing the search?
Search?
The Golden Scepter, King George's gift to the colony.
Treasure hunting is pretty far down on my list of priorities, at the bottom.
But surely the scepter is the raison d'etre for this project.
Who told you that?
Baron, I mean, I thought it was common knowledge. You didn't know that?
Must be some misunderstanding.
Certainly must.
Excuse me.
Of course.
I don't know what you've heard, Michael, but you've got it all wrong.
I am talking about dolphins being used for commercial exploitation.
Michael.
I'm talking about syndicates and investors and people coming here wanting the dolphins to do backflips for photo opportunities.
I'm
talking about being misled into thinking we were doing scientific research here, not hunting for shipwrecks.
Michael, there is no hidden agenda here. Sure. Yeah, it'd be terrific if Slim and Delbert could be used in some way to find the scepter. But it's certainly not the raison d'etre for the project.
What about your friend Prince Nagel? How does he figure into this?
He's a friend, Michael. He's a dear old friend, that's all. I've put you entirely in charge of these dolphins. Nobody does anything with them or to them without your explicit approval. That was my commitment when we began, and that is my commitment now.
Okay, Katie. I want you to visualize the scene now. You're walking through a forest, and it's very quiet and very peaceful. There are soft leaves beneath your feet, and the warm sunshine filters down through the trees. Kangaroos are hopping in the distance. Up ahead, there's a clearing, a road, or perhaps a highway. As you walk down the road, the sun's still shining on you. You see something up ahead. A car. As it comes closer, you see that it's a red car. A sedan. A red sedan. Okay, Katie. It's all right. It's all right, Katie. It's okay, sweetheart. Something else is upsetting you, isn't it? Hmm? You've done these exercises before. It hasn't bothered you. What is it then?
It's good as new. I use kerosene to get rid of the algae. Allison says it should be worth about $100. I guess that makes me a professional salvage person. Dad, can I get herpes from kissing?
Can you get...
Got your attention.
Miss Roddick asked me to dig up some research material. She's very fussy about details.
Yeah, for somebody doing an article about dolphins, she sure does seem to be interested in everything but dolphins.
Miss Roddick is one of the most highly respected people in her field.
So is Allison, but I don't see you and Mr. Trent fawning all over her like a couple of teenagers.
David, don't be ridiculous. Put that down. Kiddo, don't push your luck. Remember how I used to scramble for research grants? Giving press conferences, answering stupid questions, trying to be polite?
So why are you doing that now?
Still part of the job. Good publicity is essential to the project.
I know that, Dad, and I've got no problem with that.
You and Katie worried about me and Lisa.
Maybe.
I know that. I'm just not in the market for romance. I mean, even if I were, the two of you would be the first people in the whole world I'd discuss it with. The first. Understand that?
Yeah.
Guess you're feeling better.
Much. Thank you for digging up all this material for me. I know it must seem a little pedantic, but if I don't get it all into the computer by tomorrow
After some of the articles have been written about me, you do not have to apologize for being too precise. Don't let me interrupt.
Oh, no. Don't be silly. Stay. Sit. I want all the time I can have with you.
Oh, I found the Dr. Bessie Smith article.
Ah.
One on her work with dolphins and autistic children.
Why don't you tell me about Michael Larson, the man?
Well, not much to tell. I took my doctorate in neurophysiology. Started out wanting to be a physician.
What do you do around here for a social life?
With 2 dolphins and 2 kids, who has a social life?
Well, I thought Allison took care of the children.
You better not let her hear you say that. No, Allison is Katie's therapist. She's been a big help to us.
I suppose you're fortunate to have someone like her, all things considered.
All things considered.
Having tried the orthodox therapies.
What do you mean?
No, look, I'm sorry. Shut up, Lisa.
No, please, tell me.
Look, I'm a guest here. I have no right to make critical observations.
Anne.
I was passing the house this afternoon and I heard Katie crying.
Katie was crying?
I probably misunderstood. It's just that the sound of a child crying goes straight to my heart.
Allison's methods are, a little dramatic.
Look, I've already said too much. Please don't let on to her. The last thing that I would want to do is to cause trouble. Hmm?
What are you doing up?
I guess I could ask you the same thing. I can't sleep.
What are you doing up?
I can't sleep. 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 I can't Mosquitoes are driving me crazy and we're out of repellent.
I think I saw some of Mr. Trent's breakfast area. I'll go.
No, I'll get it. You look like you could use the rest. Night.
Thanks, son.
Nice aftershave. Chanel number 5?
Louder, sweetheart. It's 1 in the morning here. I'd wake the whole house. We've all got deadlines, my dear. I would have faxed it through, but they haven't even discovered electricity in this godless backwater. No. Larson is no problem. He thinks I'm doing a science piece on the dolphins. You will get it tomorrow, just as soon as I get back to civilization and a photo lab. You are going to eat it up. I've got findings on the Trent CCA holdings, the Prince Nagel connection, stock reports, the whole shebang. Yeah, I think it's dynamite. Well, we've got international connections, certain political repercussions. Yeah, there is an oil cartel tie-in. You betcha.
Hi, honey. Delbert? It's great.
Katie, would you take these brushes to the kitchen and wash them? I've been meaning to talk to you.
I've been meaning to talk to you. Katie was upset yesterday. Frightened.
I needed to find out just how scarred Katie is.
So you intentionally frightened her?
No. Yesterday, when we were leaving the amusement park, there was an incident. Just a little incident. A red car stopped next to us and Katie seized up. It took me about an hour to get her calmed down again. We really can't allow her to keep going to pieces every time she sees a red car, or any time anyone ever mentions the word mother. You can see that, can't you?
Yeah. I see that. What's the plan?
Sometimes we have to fight fire with fire, or fear with fear. So I decided to take Katie to the threshold of her anxieties and then bring her back again. I had intended to discuss it with you, but unfortunately you were...
I was busy.
Yes.
And the results?
Well, it's a bit too early to say so far. She seems to be responding well to the relaxation exercises. But I can't help feeling that there's something else that's causing her stress.
Up and Adam, rise and shine. Breakfast at 5. What happened?
I'm eaten alive.
I wonder. The hole in this netting, big enough to fly a Cessna through. Cessna full of mosquitoes. Let's go.
Dad, wait.
Yeah.
There's something important I have to tell you.
You want to get a tattoo, right?
Oh, come on, Dad. This is serious. I would have told you last night. I didn't want to wake you up when I got back.
Get back?
Sit down, please. It's time we had a little man-to-man.
Writer's block?
Oh, well, I shouldn't with inspiration like this. You know, this morning there was a sulfur-crested cockatoo outside my window. In the States, people would pay $6,000 for a bird like that.
Yeah, well, they're as common as pigeons up here. Coffee? I've never lived in a place quite this special.
There was always the touch of the jungle about you.
I was wondering when you were going to bring up Sri Lanka. There really was nothing between me and Lady Elliot, you know.
It worked out for the best. We would have wound up hating each other.
You didn't seem quite so philosophical at the time. Threatened to ruin me, remember?
Well, I was very young. And foolish enough to think that I could have any effect on a man like you.
How are you, Lisa? Really? You seem a little lonely to me.
It's part of the job. We've all had to pay dearly for our place in the sun.
Yeah, right. Well, I'll let you get on with it. You're gonna catch that flight this afternoon.
Yes, it seems like one of us is always flying away.
Incidentally, there's some additional material in here that you might find interesting. Please use it if you will.
Let me get this straight. You were, eavesdropping
Yes.
on a private conversation.
Dad, the lady is trying to do a hatchet job on you guys.
Not true.
Dad, you are too gaga over a pretty face. Love is blind, Dad. I know. I have been there. I have dated maybe 5 girls in the past 2 years. How many have you dated? Dad, you are the smartest, strongest, most caring guy I know. But you live in this own little world of yours, and you are being blindsided by life.
Now, listen to me, David. Mr. Trent and Miss Ruddick have been friends for years.
Yes, well, it's a zoo out there, Dad. The woman is a snake. The dolphins can see it. Everybody can see it.
David,
Why
that's
can't
enough.
you? Look, Dad, Katie and I would love for you to have a girlfriend.
David.
But somebody
That
real!
is enough! I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Really.
Dad, it's just
Sorry.
a bottle. Dad, it's just a bottle. But our family is real, Dad, and we can't let anybody smash that. Now, I saw what I saw. And I heard what I heard.
Michael, I need those photos of the dolphins as soon as possible. I've got a deadline to make, and if I don't have the... All right.
Did you make a phone call in New York last night?
Well, if it's a matter of expense, I'm sure that there's some...
David was telling the truth.
David?
Exactly what did Barron do to you to deserve this?
He got greedy. He's a public figure, and the public has a right to know.
What do you think he was into? Gun running in Panama? Opium plantations in Thailand?
Read my article.
Maybe there was something going on between you. Guess I must be getting warmer.
He's using you, too, and you still can't see it.
Still gonna publish?
Just as soon as I can wire it through. You know, that's the wonderful thing about free speech. You can have your opinions, and I can have mine.
Trouble with your opinions is they go into 100 million homes at the speed of light. They hurt people. Do you have any conscience about that?
Do your dolphins have any conscience about slaughtering a whole school of fish for dinner?
That's survival.
Exactly. Oh, yes, and if you're planning on taking this to the Baron, you have no proof. And I think you'll take my word over yours.
If he does, it'll be the last time.
New kid. Be right with you.
Yeah, Mr. Fletcher?
Giving you a chance, son. You're your first customer. Think you can handle it?
Yeah. Can ducks handle mud?
He's just come in to browse. Notice the hands?
Yeah.
Bloke's never been within a spit of a fish in his life. Doesn't know if he's Arthur or Martha. I can pick 'em. Retailing's an art.
Yeah, well, I bet I can sell him something.
You're on. You sell him something. I'll let you off early today.
Deal.
Oh, God.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
Yes, I'm working on a project. I need some pipe.
Pipe. Okay, what do you want, galvanized?
You got brass?
Well, yeah, we got brass, copper, stainless steel, galvanized, rubber, nylon, whatever you want, we got it. We have by the ton, by the gross, by the pound.
I'd like to see some of each.
Oh, some of each. All right, no sweat. I mean, yes, sir. Right this way, please.
Call you back, Fred. Got a high roller wants a ton of brass pipe.
So you got stainless?
Oh, yeah, this is just a small sample. You gotta see what we have in the back.
Mr. Trent, is it? The Trent of Trent Enterprises?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, some people go for the stainless, but I recommend the brass in the long run. Building a house, are you? Another brewery? Of course, the brass can be expensive, but when you consider corrosion, oxidization...
Well, I'll take some of each.
Some of each? Right you are, then. Well, we might be able to let you have a 4% trade discount. It's all right, son. You can go back to your inventory. I'll handle this. Yes, sir. I find that anyone who tries to cut corners with plumbing lives to regret it. Know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I'll take this, and this, and this.
You've got them. Right you are, then. A couple 100 meters of each?
No. I'll just take these. Yes. Keep change.
Technically, Walt, that was my cell.
Come on, get out of here.
Barry, get them to come a little bit closer. Can't you get them to do something?
Come on, speak. They're doing something.
Well, now it just looks like feeding time.
The things you do for science. Come on. Now, listen, the lady wants to see some real action.
Didge? Didge?
Delbert? Delbert?
Yes, Miss Reddick?
Delbert!
I have a couple of finishing touches I need to put on my article. Can you find me a place to plug in my word processor?
Sure.
Great.
Right this way.
Delbert? Delbert! Now, come on, Delbert. You're the oldest. Come here. Jump. Are you listening to me, Delbert? 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 Don't you want to be in National Geographic? Don't look at me like...
Thank you, Didge.
Geographic, Delbert. Do you hear that? I could easily be giving this break to Slim. Oh, yes, don't swim away. Delbert! I am talking. Come here this minute. Delbert! Right. Slim? Slim! Come on. Will you come? Slim!
Barry, I really do need a shot of them doing something before I leave.
I am trying, darling.
I know, my dear. Perhaps the professor could be persuaded to...
Michael, would you mind?
Boss, Baron.
What a shame, darling.
I'll give your love to Bob and Hazel.
I feel ghastly about your equipment,
Oh,
darling.
no.
All that film, research material. I suppose the article's right out of the question.
Oh, I'm sure there'll be other possibilities. Perhaps when the research is a little farther along?
Well, that would be splendid. We really must do this again.
Yes, we must do. Professor, for everything.
It has been enlightening.
I'm sure we'll see each other again.
Miss Reddick! Miss Reddick, I'd like to give you something to remind you of us. You're a Barndy Banyardo. You're a good woman, but Mama and Katwara.
On Dolphin Cove. You got your ticket? Oh, and I talked to Mr. Partridge, right?
Yeah, he'll look after you. I put a word in with the Minister for Immigration.
Let him sit.
1 fathom 4, Baron.
Where the hell are they going?
I applied for a visa extension over 2 months ago.
Sorry, there's no Michael Larson.
Are the dolphins still missing?
And you're playing with people's minds. You're changing their lives for what? For what, this piece of junk?
Later tonight, meet David Friedland, politician, adventurer, con man. Now he's behind bars, but where's the loot? His story tonight on West 57th. But first, stay tuned for music, magic, and madcap comedy. Kenny Rogers is among the guests on the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour. Next.